So right now I'm going to be making an iced golden milk latte. I actually saw this drink on Pinterest and the colors just caught my eye. In addition to that, I also have been wanting to branch out of coffee. So I think sometimes I can overdo coffee. There was a time when I was doing up to 2 cups per day, and that's just not ideal for me. I would love to have a beverage that I can replace my caffeine intake with, and this just kind of seemed like the way to go. It seems pretty easy to make. The ingredients are straightforward, so let me show you. First of all, we're going to need a cocktail shaker. I think you can also whisk everything really well into a bowl, but since I do have one, I'm just going to use this for the first time actually. And then your choice of milk, I'm going to go with oat milk. You're going to need some maple syrup, some ground turmeric, some ground cinnamon, some black pepper, ground ginger, ground cardamom, I don't know how you pronounce that, and some vanilla extract. And the recipe calls for mixing everything in here. However, if you do want to create the ombre look, as you'll see in this picture, it says to add some of the milk first into your cup with ice. So I'm gonna do that just so I can pour over the like golden liquid, and it's gonna just look so cool. So let's try that. So first, I am going to add half a cup of milk into each of my cups here. Since we will be pouring over into these two. Since I already used 1 cup combined over here, I'm gonna use the other remaining cup that I need to pour into here. So this is half a cup of milk, and then another half. And then it calls for 3 tablespoons of maple syrup. I hope I have enough. If not, I'll just add brown sugar. So 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, yeah, I do not have enough. Okay, I have like 2.5. So I'm gonna improvise here and just add some brown sugar. I'm gonna do about half a teaspoon of brown sugar. We'll see how that goes. Okay, now it's calling for 1.5 teaspoons of ground turmeric. Okay, that's 1. 1.5, and then 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. 1/4 teaspoon ground cinnamon, and then we need another 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger. 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, and then it calls for a pinch of black pepper. So I'm just gonna, add a pinch of black pepper. And then it calls for another pinch of ground cardamom. I don't know how you say this. I'm just gonna add like a little sprinkle. And finally, it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Perfect. Ooh, it smells so good. All right, now we're gonna shake it all up in our cocktail mixer. I'm gonna link the recipe down below, and if you don't have one of these, you can also just whisk it in a bowl. You guys, I've literally never used one, so I don't even know if I'm gonna do this right, but I've seen them do it at the bar. Hey, 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 hey. Just shake it really well. I've seen them go up and go down, up and down. I've seen them one-hand it. Yeah, look at mama. Say hi to the camera. Show your little hand. Wave hi. Yay! You love the camera, huh? Yay! All right, you guys, let's pour it over, the best part. Okay, that first pour over was kind of a fail. I think I didn't have enough ice, so now I'm gonna hope I have enough liquid in here. Hopefully it's a little bit cuter. It's fine if it's not. Okay, now we have to do a taste test. I definitely poured more liquid into one. I think this one had more of a mixture. You try the one with a lot first. Is it like too?
That's good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, it's really good.
Now taste,
Tasty.
this is a little bit less concentrated.
Also good.
Yeah, which was
I
better?
like this one because it's sweeter.
Which one? Yeah.
They're both pretty sweet, but they're both good.
Okay, so this is,
You have to make those every day now.
this is actually so good. You want some? Which one do you want, baby? Or you haven't tasted this one? You guys, this is so good. This one? Cheers. Okay, so first time making it, it was super easy to make. I think I can definitely work on my pour over skills. Like I mentioned, just want to try different beverages that are easy to make, that are refreshing, that are healthier alternatives to just me always relying on coffee. And the cool thing about this drink, again, it's called the iced golden milk latte. It's supposed to be like super anti-inflammatory due to the different like spices that we added to it. So yeah, you guys, there you have it. I hope that you will try it. It's super easy as you saw. If you do try it, let me know in the comment section what you think about it. And if you make any modifications, share that as well. Let's talk about organization. So as I mentioned in the previous video, I have various things in the household that I need to organize. One of the things is my car. I just need systems, schedules to just keep this an active effort, something that I am constantly taking care of, especially now that we have our baby girl. Our cars just get messier than before. So because we do use our cars a lot, I just want to make sure that we are maintaining them as clean as possible. I'm thinking that this has to be a monthly thing just because weekly seems a little bit over ambitious given that there's so many other things to take care of. Monthly, I feel like is more of a realistic schedule. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to set a recurring reminder on my phone, like on my Google Calendar. I'm going to set a monthly event. So every month I'm going to have that consistent reminder to clean my car. And this is going to include vacuuming, wiping down, dusting, as well as cleaning the outside. Another thing that pertains to cars is just keeping up with the car maintenance. Like there is just always something, a new light that's going off in my car. One of them is oil change. My husband actually changed our oil for both of our cars, and he used to change his own oil for his cars back in the day. And he was telling me like it's just way cheaper to change our own oil. Everyone's car does come with a little pamphlet of like every how often you have to take care of different maintenance items for your car. So we're just really gonna have to fill out those little charts, and it's gonna take a little bit more of an effort for us to stay on top of that. Having said that, I think for now, I am going to start with the oil change. So we already did that. My homework is to go through my car manual thingy, whatever it's called, and figure out other maintenance things that I have to keep track of. Like for example, changing my air filters, getting my tires rotated, things like that. Like I just have to go through there and see when was the last time I did it and set reminders on my phone to get it taken care of, because like I said, I'm so bad at this. Figure out what we can DIY at home, like the oil change, versus what we definitely need to go into the shop for, which is probably most other things. This is my approach here to start getting better at this. Monthly car cleanings, and I need to start going through that little car manual maintenance check booklet that they gave me when I bought my car. So yeah, that's in terms of car. So exciting. Currently enjoying a coffee, and baby girl is actually taking a nap, so I thought perfect opportunity to talk about a new laundry detergent that I have been trying. In my previous video, I mentioned that I want to make more of an active effort to ensure that I'm using household products that are either non-toxic or just better alternatives to whatever I am already using. We have been doing this here and there, but I do believe it is time to maybe do a little bit more research and really ensure products that we're using are indeed either non-toxic or just safer than the conventional household products out there on the market. Obviously, this includes so many different products, but the one that I'm going to be focusing on today is on laundry detergent. And today I'm actually going to be talking about Kind Laundry. It's actually interesting because when I was already interested in looking at just cleaner alternatives to laundry detergent, this brand reached out to me. The products that I am going to share with you today, they were gifted to me. This is not a sponsored video, however, but I did try their products and I want to share a little bit about my experience. So let's start off by me showing you what they sent me. There are 4 items here. I received some laundry detergent sheets, a laundry mesh bag, a stain remover bar, and the stain brush. So first of all, how cute is this little mesh bag? This is a washable mesh laundry bag. And if you've never used one of these before, essentially you just put any of your intimate or gentle clothing, essentially something that you want to protect once you throw it in the washer. So for example, you can put in bras in here, your lingerie, any swimwear, or any other items that you consider gentle clothing or that you want to protect. For this stain remover bar, I am actually so terrible at taking care of stains, so I'm very excited to try this. You and I are going to be trying this later on today, so we will talk about the performance of this product in a few moments. And the bad boy that I have been trying for the last month or so are these laundry detergent sheets. The box is literally empty because I've used all of them. The only one left in here is this little guy because I wanted to save it for this video just so we can look at the composition. I couldn't remember if I captured any clips in which I show the consistency and how malleable it is, so that's why I saved this little guy. It was my first time using laundry sheets ever, so it was definitely a new experience, an exciting experience because I didn't have to be dealing with liquid or powders. Okay, so it's a little bit later in the day, but baby girl woke up earlier. And as you know, if you watch my videos, there are a lot of breaks that I have to take sometimes because that's the life of being a mama. Okay, but anyway, I do want to share that I tried these laundry detergent sheets on different type of clothing. So first of all, something that was really important to me is that the smell of chlorine from the pool was completely eliminated from our swimming clothes after using these sheets. So since our baby girl was taking some swim lessons and we would all go as a family, we put these sheets to the test. So pretty much every day after the pool, I would throw in my swimsuit, baby girl's swimsuit, my husband's swim trunks, and our pool towels. At first, I started off with only using 1 sheet because I wanted to see if 1 sheet would be sufficient, because as it does say on the packaging, 1 sheet is pre-measured for 1 load. However, it does say if I want a boost of cleaning power to add 2 sheets, and for extra loads such as bedding and towels to use 3 sheets. So even though it does indicate to use more than 1 sheet for a load with towels, I tried at first with 1 just to see if it would work, and I found that definitely for towels and for swimwear that does smell like chlorine, it did require more than 1. So when I used from 2 to 3 of these, it for sure worked, and by that I mean I no longer can smell the chlorine and also the clothes felt clean. I also used it on regular clothing, so obviously most of my clothes is just regular clothes that isn't swimwear. So for our regular loads, we have typically our whites, our colors, and then our darker black gray clothing. And because I tend to have larger loads, I hardly ever have a very small load. For the most part, I found that I needed to for sure use more than 1 sheet. So most of my loads required 2 sheets, sometimes 3 if they were very big. Another set of clothes that was really important for me to test was my husband's work clothes. And this is because when he comes home from work, his clothes is just full of dirt, really dirty. He oversees the construction of major apartment complexes, so he gets dirty. Like, his clothes needs something that is going to work. And so for those type of loads, I went in with 2 of these sheets, and I will say that after washing with these sheets, there was no smell, there was no dirt. Another type of load that I did wash with these laundry detergent sheets from Kind Laundry were bedding sets. So our comforter, our duvet cover, our pillowcases, our sheets, etc. I went ahead and used 3 of these laundry detergent sheets as it does indicate in the instructions, and that was enough. And I would say that after each cycle, the bedding did feel fresh and clean. I also put another type of load to the test, and this was more blankets. It's like kind of thicker fleece blankets. And then I also washed some curtains that we had used for an event, and they were just really dirty. And I used, I believe, 2 sheets for that, and that was sufficient for this type of load to feel clean and fresh. And yeah, I mean, I had a very good experience. I felt like the clothes was clean and smell of used laundry was gone. I received the package that is fragrance free. We try to use fragrance free laundry detergents. I am still getting used to it. I think I would have liked to try the Ocean Breeze scent just to have a comparison of fragrance free versus something that actually has a scent to it. I'm watching baby girl on the monitor and I think she's waking up, so I'm gonna see how far I can get with this clip. So I do want to talk about the ingredients. So first of all, let's look at the box itself. Like, let's see what it is telling us. It tells us that there is 0 waste, the sheets are ultra concentrated, and there is no starch. This is not tested on animals. You can use these on standard and high efficiency machines, very travel friendly, and these are pre-cut and pre-measured as I mentioned. Let's read their little message on one of the sides here. Kind laundry detergent sheets are an eco-friendly way to do your laundry. Say goodbye to plastic packaging. Our pre-measured and pre-cut detergent sheets make doing laundry less of a chore. Experience incredibly clean, soft and fresh laundry with no waste, no fuss, and no mess. Kind to the planet, kind to your laundry. And let's look at the other side of the box where it talks about the ingredients. So sodium dodecyl sulfate. I'm gonna butcher a lot of these, okay? Sunflower seed oil, Sapindus mucorosi extract, Camellia japonica, kaolin enzyme, glycerol, capryl glucoside, cocamidopropyl betaine, lauramidopropyl amine oxide, trisodium citrate dihydrate, citric acid, tetrasodium glutamate diacetate, sodium bicarbonate, water, and PVA. And then it gives you the directions on how to use, and they are a Canadian brand. And for all of these ingredients that I just listed on their website, they kind of go a little bit more in depth as to the purpose for each of these ingredients. And as well, you will find that it is free from parabens, phthalates, optical brighteners, dyes, phosphates, formaldehyde, 1,4-dioxane, and starch. And I do want to mention, upon doing a little bit more research, I was just a little bit intrigued, I guess, as to what PVA meant. And PVA is actually a plastic. Sometimes it's also referred to as PVOH. So in my research, I did find that these plastics are biodegradable. Like, there are microbes that can break these down. However, depending on your water treatment facility, the mixture of microbes that breaks these down may or may not be present. That is the one thing that if you are someone that is very environmentally conscious, that, you know, I did find that those plastics, under the perfect conditions under which these are tested, of course it's going to biodegrade, but we don't know if those specific conditions are present in the water facility treatment centers. So is this really 0 waste? I think that's up for debate. For me, I would definitely say that everything's a trade-off. Currently, my thinking is that there are other products that I was already using that, in addition to having the plastic, also have a lot of other chemicals that are thought to be harmful. So this eliminates one issue, which is some of the harmful, more toxic chemicals that I was exposing my body to. Now, is that worse than me exposing our clothes to plastics and me exposing the environment, the water, to plastics? This is hard. This is, you know, where everyone gets to make their decision. And this is why I was afraid to go on this journey, because I knew it was going to be this way. However, that said, I do think it's good that, you know, companies are trying for better, cleaner alternatives. I am not a person that believes that everything is perfect or everything has to be perfect. I am definitely one to think that I am slowly making improvements of what I'm consuming, what I'm bringing into my home, what I'm exposing ourselves to, and it's going to be a trial and error process. So that is just my take on this. That's just where I'm sitting with this. In terms of price, I have never, like I said, researched this type of product because I didn't know laundry detergent sheets existed. So when I looked at other comparable products and brands, I found that they're actually pretty aligned with other products. So for example, for this 32 load fragrance-free laundry detergent sheets, currently the price is $14.98. I looked at a similar product from True Earth, and for the same amount of sheets, it was a bit more expensive. It was $21.95 as of filming this clip. And then there was another brand that I found for the same amount of sheets, which is 32. It was $15, which was pretty much the same price. Obviously, in comparison to conventional detergent that may contain more harmful chemicals, of course, those are going to be cheaper. Typically, these are bigger companies that can afford to price their products lower because they just have larger profit margins. So, of course, smaller businesses like these, especially if they're eco-friendly or claiming to be, of course, it's going to be more expensive. This isn't a new concept. Typically, things that are cleaner or that claim to be cleaner are going to be more expensive. So for the stain remover bar, I am going to be trying the product on these 3 different shirts. One of them is my shirt. There are stains here that I actually have not been able to remove them when I've previously washed this. And then the other shirt, it's a little bit more noticeable on this one. There are just little dots of what I think is oil, maybe cooking oil. And then there's like a bigger stain there. I did wash this shirt already, but that stain did not come off. So I'm gonna try to see if the stain remover bar takes care of that. This is one of my husband's shirts, and this is another one of his shirts. This one is a little bit more stained throughout the t-shirt. I'm not sure how much you can tell on camera, but here is like one set of stains, and they're kind of just like spread out throughout the shirt. He did use this shirt to change the oil in our cars. These stains are pretty hardcore, so we're gonna see. This is gonna be like the ultimate test shirt for the stain remover bar. Here. So first I'm just gonna mark the general area with the stains. Hopefully I don't miss any. Okay, so it says to gently rub the bar onto the stain. So I'm just gonna do that. Since they did send me this brush, I'm just gonna go in and scrub. Okay. Then we're supposed to let it sit for a few minutes, so I'm gonna let this sit on the side while I scrub the other shirts. So this one also has little stains throughout. I'm gonna focus on this big one. It mentions there is no added fragrance, and I can definitely confirm that there is no smell to this. It's fragrance free. So again, I'm gonna mark the areas, and then there's like a trail of little stains here. Here. So let me wet those areas a little bit more. And now I'm gonna rub it gently. So for this one, I'm not going to scrub it with the brush just because I want to have one example of only using the bar. So we're gonna set this aside. Okay, now we're gonna bring in this bad boy. And there are a lot of smaller stains throughout the shirt. So what I'm gonna do for demonstration's sake is that I'm going to just focus on like this area here, which is where we have a little bit of the darker stains. Okay, so we're gonna let these sit for about 10 to 15 minutes and then we'll throw them in the wash. Okay, so the alarm just went off, so I'm gonna go ahead and start a load to wash. So I'm gonna throw in the 3 shirts. I also am gonna throw in this laundry mesh bag. Within it, I have some intimates, I have a bra, a nursing bra, and 2 undies. And I'm also gonna just throw in some pajamas in there so that the load isn't too small. I am now going to use my very last laundry detergent sheet. The cool thing about these is that you can also just like rip them apart into smaller pieces if you want and like throw them in different locations within your washer. So I'm just gonna do that. So we're gonna wash that, then dry it afterwards, and let's see what happens. The dryer is done, but also baby girl just woke up, so let me go and grab her. Okay, baby girl is gonna be in her crib for a little bit while I take out the clothes from the dryer. You took a little nap. You took a little nap. First, let's check this one out. I'm nervous. Okay, let's see. I think it's gone. I cannot see a stain. It was like in this area, right? Yeah, the stain is gone. Okay, so 1 for 1. All right, the next one was one of my husband's shirts. It's this guy here. All right, let's see. And yeah, there was a big stain here that when I washed it just like with regular detergent, it did not come off. But after rubbing it with the stain remover bar and then washing it with the laundry detergent sheet, both from Kind Laundry, I can say that it's gone. I mean, I don't see it. It's gone, right? Heck yeah. Woo. Okay, I'm really happy about this one because this is my husband's shirt, and the stain, you guys, I think I did that. I don't think he did that, which is the case for a lot of his stained shirts. Because I wear them, I stain them. 2 for 2. All right, now we're gonna go look at the major test shirt, which was the gray one. Okay, this one needs some more work. So for this one, I remember I said there are a lot of stains all over, so I focused, if you remember, on like this middle area here. And although some stains are gone, there definitely still are stains that remain. I don't know if it's being picked up, but I can see them. To my naked eye, I can see them. Yeah, you could definitely see them on camera. I think this one, I definitely would have to give it another go. That one go that I did give it, I feel like it kind of worked a little bit, but not enough for the crazy stains that were on here. And like I said, to give a little bit of grace, since it did work really well on these shirts, you know, this was oil from an oil change, like actual car oil. So with that said, I think I would just have to go in and really like hardcore scrub, or just leave for longer. Just leave the product on there for longer. So there you have it, 2 for 3. So this one still has some work to be done, but the product very clearly worked on the 2 other shirts that had a little bit less severe stains. I think for both of these, it was probably cooking oil, but yeah, you know what? I'm happy with the outcome because most of my shirts are not this stained. They're not. Most of our shirts, I should say, are this level of stained. Just like with cooking oils and less intense stains, I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic that most of the stains on most of my shirts will come off, with the exception of any car oil stains on our shirts. There you have it. And also, let's not forget the mesh bag. Remember, in here I had a little bit more of my intimate clothing. So the bag is hardy, like it's sturdy. It didn't fall apart or anything. And the items inside the bag are dry, which is good. Sometimes items can still be a little bit wet. The most important thing for me are my bras, because typically when I do not use mesh bags, the straps just get caught up on a shirt or something, and it's just not ideal. And here we have my nursing bra. I haven't really used too many mesh bags, but I will say this one feels for sure thicker and better quality than others that I've used in the past, and it's cute. So yeah, thank you, Kind Laundry. So I want to talk about like my overall experience and my overall thoughts on the product. There are a lot of pros, and of course we do have to talk about some cons. The pros are that they're very compact. The packaging is very compact, easy to store. The box is so tiny, and it's definitely way smaller than plastic jugs in which liquid detergent comes in. Also a pro that the packaging is paper, not plastic, so packaging is just overall a really positive and big pro for me. In terms of the performance of the laundry sheets themselves, it was comparable to the liquid laundry detergents that I was using. Another big pro is obviously that the ingredients are cleaner than other conventional laundry detergent liquid options out there. Another pro, which is also a little bit of a con, and I'll get into it later, is the price. I feel like the price is right for the type of product that it is, meaning that it is in a different market in terms of it's eco-friendly, it's greener, it's cleaner. So in terms of that world, the product seems competitive. It's still pricier, so that's my con. So yeah, that'll segue me into my cons, I guess. So yeah, it's pricier than if I were to just buy my regular detergent. Good price for the eco-friendly cleaner market. For the non-eco-friendly market, higher priced. I understand why it has to be that way. I think another con for me would be the PBA situation, the microplastics, and the fact that it's marketed as zero waste, but that can be debatable because yes, under the perfect conditions, this PBA synthetic plastic polymer can be biodegraded. However, are those perfect conditions always found out in the wild, like out in the environment? I don't know. So I think that would be a con that I obviously have to mention. All in all, I would definitely use this product again because, again, as I mentioned earlier, everything's a trade-off. I don't really think that there is such a thing as anything perfect out there. So the fact that this is already cleaner than other options that I am using, it's an improvement in my opinion and in my household. I loved my experience with it. I loved the practicality, the simplicity, and also it was just an experience that kind of motivated me to continue on this journey to find better options of not only detergent, but other household products to use in our home. I think rather than this product becoming my go-to as of now, it's going to become an option. I'm essentially like creating a toolbox of cleaner products, of better options than what I'm already using. And this is going to go into that toolbox. And this toolbox is going to contain other products. So it's not going to be my one and only, but rather just an option as I continue exploring. I definitely feel good that this can become something I lean on, something that I choose in the meantime. Like while I find the next thing that I'm going to try. I am very grateful to Kind Laundry for sending me these products. It was definitely a positive experience overall, and for sure a product that I'm going to use again. And I will have a code that you can use down below so you can try the product for yourself and you can do your own research if you're also on the same journey as I am to just incorporate cleaner products in your household. I am not an expert in any of this. I'm just starting my journey to learn more about this. So if there's anything that I missed, if there's anything that you would like to add, feel free to do so. So that way like other people can also benefit from that information as well. But ultimately, we each have to do our own research to decide what we're bringing into our household. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I am very excited to continue my home diaries in which I share with you different ways that I am implementing just healthier and improved household habits. If you like this video, make sure to like the video and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Alrighty, I will see you in the next video. Bye.